Oh yeah! Oh, the front wheel just started coming off the ground. And first gear, I rolled on, and I literally felt the front wheel coming off the ground. And it's not like I'm even laying back. This thing wants to fly.
1999 Ducati 748. I'm going to give you a handshake from the back door on the inside. Say hello to the king of barely legal race bikes, the Ducati 748. Bend over and tuck your tackle box behind your legs because it's all going there anyway.
Oh my goodness. Yes.
And if you didn't get your firming bottom surgery yet, don't worry. This bike will stretch your volume knob into an Olive Garden breadstick.
Oh, the passenger seat that no one's ever gonna use.
And this fast and fun Ducati 748 can be yours. We're giving it away. Go to fanathem.com/regularcars. Pick up some limited edition merch, and you're entered to win this magnificent example of timeless design philosophy.
Before I start the engine, the Ducati 748/916 represents to me the pinnacle of analog technology in sport bikes, or this version, literal race bike. Yes, I know it isn't a race bike, but to me the 916/748 is as close as you can possibly get to what a real superbike, or not even, no, MotoGP, were they still, in the late 90s, were they still two strokes? No, they were four strokes by then. Right, because this existed because of the four-stroke era. Right. Speaking of four-stroke, let's get to stroking. Yeah, hear that ding-a-ling. Hey, is there something wrong with the bike? Nope. That's just a dry clutch.
Do you know how special the 99 Ducati 748 is? Okay, lock in.
I'm going way too fast.
It all began when the Ducati marketing department looked at their MotoGP-esque 916 and said, okay, bro, what if, yeah, I know the whole crowd, I know the whole world loves the 916, but what if, check this out, bros, what if we could get it to rev higher? Yo, hey, eggheads, can you make the 916 rev higher?
Actually, technically yes, but I regret to inform you that in order to fulfill your request, some unavoidable modifications must be made vis-a-vis the rotational mass.
Just spit it out, egghead.
Shorter stroke. To make the 916 safely spin faster than 11,000 RPM, we must shorten the stroke, adjust the bore. You know, it all depends on...
Great, do it.
You do realize the displacement will no longer be 9...
No longer listening. I'm off to my salsa and autofiletio class. Smell you later, nerds. Thus was born the savage, revving, lightweight, razor blade handling, hedgehog hyper Ducati 748.
There's a truck right behind me that I wanted to pull out and get away from, and now they've all caught up with me. And now they're... Look, it moved the camera. This bike is very, very fast when it wants to be.
Oh, I could mess you up.
It will happily chug-a-lug through town across the back roads, but any RPM you want, at any time. You just... Now wasn't even halfway up the rev range. I have to gather my courage to bring this thing up to 10,000 RPM, where this thing literally becomes a race bike. Okay, Brian, gather your courage. You need to do it. You need to go full throttle in this thing. Thank you, they're letting me go, cool. Here we go. Oh yeah, oh the front wheel just started coming off the ground. In first gear, I rolled on and I literally felt the front wheel coming off the ground. And it's not like I'm even laying back. This thing wants to fly. Woo! All right. I don't think it's really possible to experience what a 748 really is within the confines of Montgomery County, Pennsylvania. Woo! All right, here you go again. Look, I don't know what it's like to get shot off a carrier. I don't know what it's like to be friggin' Maverick. This has got to be something like that. I don't know, man. Hey, Tom Cruise, if you're actually watching this, how close is a Ducati to what you felt when filming Top Gun Maverick, when you actually got shot off in an F-18? You know, there's a lot of evil in this world, but human beings are capable of producing wonderful. Oh my goodness, that was second gear. Oh, I'm having a moment, guys. Hold on.
This is a classic motorcycle now. Oh yeah, click the link in the description. That's go to fanathem.com/regularcars. Buy some limited edition merch, and you're entered to win this. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself because this is so exciting. So this is a classic motorcycle now in 1999 to 2025. That's 26 years. Anything 25 years old and older is considered a classic or antique, depending on the state. But look at these curves from the windshield, across the mirrors, over the tank arm cutouts, the leg troughs, the back and forward to the air intakes, under the fairing, back to the single-sided swing arm, up to the upswept exhaust, under the seat. Nothing about this machine looks 26 years old. This still looks like a modern motorcycle because timeless beauty grows from the less is more garden. Bikes in the 1990s were loudly styled, with popping trapper-keeper graphics. Well, that was in the early 90s, and it gave way to the MLB steroid shrieking exhaust cans and no-fear aggravated assault graphics. Ducati, in the middle of the 1990s noise, chose not to follow the immediate trends. They went with simple, solid colors from the tank and fairing, with no contrasting accents in the paint. I suppose you have this little white bit here where your race numbers are supposed to go, but it just had simple text designation and muted copper paint on the exposed tubular frame. Because the 748 is a track bike first, and a fashion statement second. Everything you can lay your hands on this motorcycle is there in service to the corner. Yeah, I know it has turn signals, mirrors, a speedo, a horn. Those have to be there for legality. But everything else? The carbon fiber twin air intakes? They're there for true ram air at high speeds. The single-sided swing arm? That's there for more efficient tire changes in the pits. Why are the clip-on bars so low? Well, they're there to move the rider's arms into the most aerodynamic position when tucking your body down for a full throttle, straightaway burn. Why is your crotch hot? Well, because the engine is shedding thermal energy in case you're racing in 100-degree heat. The 748/916 sheds heat like a zemped-up comedian sheds pounds. But this, Italian, everything in surface to the trophy approach to motorcycle design creates a learning curve in the human interface segment. Ever try to teach your parents how to play Gamecube? I'm dating myself here in 2025, but just imagine I'm handing a boomer that Jackson Pollock controller and telling them, we're going to play Smash Brothers Melee. Don't look at the controller, just feel where the buttons are. And your parents look nonplussed. How am I supposed to know what button does what if I don't look at it? Well, just move your fingers a little. I know it looks weird, but they made this controller so all the buttons are right where your fingers naturally move. And it never works, does it? They're all furrowing their brows in a vain attempt to understand the situation. It's a Simpsons reference, and it never works, does it? Because the GameCube controller makes sense if you're used to playing video games. In my opinion, it's the greatest controller design of all time. Maximum control, minimum movement once you learn it. And the ergonomics of the buttons and the shifters and the levers of a 748 are the same. The less you consciously think about where your fingers are going on these clip-on bars, the easier it is to work the signals horn, the starter button, the front brake, the clutch. Same goes for handling too. Look right, press on the right hand grip, and the bike goes right. Want to turn left, but the bike is leaned to the right? Just think about going vertically. And with a small suggestion on the left grip, the bike rights itself. Want to slow down? One finger on the front brake, and that's 75% of your braking force needed on the street. Because up front are twin ventilated rotors with twin piston calipers. Then just apply a gentle pet. I'm not joking, just a gentle pet on the rear brake lever, like you're petting a friendly cat with your foot. And together, those 3 discs bring you to a stop with telekinesis. You've been waiting for this, haven't you? The power. Jesus Christ! Rolling on the 748's throttle is like realizing your pickup lines are working. You know, you say something to someone and then you go, uh-oh, the night is progressing faster than I thought. Are we about to sneak off and make out behind the halal cart outside? Our burning crotches dry rub through our jeans, our sweat mixing with the smell of chicken over rice with a white sauce and one stripe of hot. You'll be forgiven for thinking that reducing the 916 to 748 cc's would kill the low and mid-range torque, but it didn't. It's the same. Any gear, any RPM, open the throttle, and this farm tractor sounding V-twin grunts you away from trouble unless you're over 6,500 RPM. Then the F1 pedigree of Ducati shows. It shows its toned chest and gives you come hither eyes and cradles you like a shot put and launches you into the halls of Montezuma where they have Molly vending machines. And whoever said the 748 doesn't accelerate as well as the 916 is either uninformed or one of those New Jersey more plates, more dates bros who thinks bigger numbers mean better. Get displacement out of your head, because if you don't, you're going to turn into one of those guys who's just going to bench his way through life and miss all the nuance. You'll end up at a bungalow-style tiki bar on Siesta Key, Florida, squinting through your good eye at ESPN while sucking down Modelo's, your skin peeling, your dick leaking through your cargo shorts while women give you a wide berth.
I'm going to take it easy on this merge. I'm not going to go absolutely crazy now because, All right, I'm sorry, Amazon van. I literally was a little bit far into the intersection. I'm just trying to see as I turn left. All right, here we go. Taking it easy, nice and easy. Everything on this motorcycle is meant for being on a track. The riding position, the instant throttle delivery, the desmodronic valves, It's all for you to make a good lap time. They did not make this bike for commuting purposes. This is a purpose-built track bike that just so happens to be road legal. I don't know if modern motorcycles can be made this way anymore because we expect things like analog brakes, traction control, like snow modes, rain modes. There are no modes in this motorcycle. There is a very basic ECU, and the 916 and 748 have one mode. There's one riding mode: attack, attack, attack. So when you ride one of these on the street, there is a credibility that goes with it, because you are riding a machine that is looking for opponents everywhere it goes. And it's divine. It is a beauty that is so few people can obtain. So that's why you should enter this giveaway. Go to fanfm.com/regularcars and you will get entered to win. Click the link in the description. You're going to get entered to win something beautiful. Please do it. Just for artistic sake, for the joy of engineering. Oh. And if you lug it, if you have it in a high gear right now, since it's a 90-degree V, one piston is always pointed at your crotch. So this thing is literally a gooch vibrator at all times. Don't you dare pull out in front of me.